I'm sorry, that was my fault. I was egging her on. I don't think she quite meant that the way it came out.
I think she said exactly what she meant. I think maybe she's the only one here who's telling the truth. Our family has had more than its share of tragedy. But make no mistake about it, Duke's life was not a tragedy. It was a blessing. And I thank God for all the happiness that he brought to me and everybody that he knew. And Adriana, you were right when you said that Duke deserves better than this. He does. And I just hope that Kevin and Kelly will accept and forgive the accidents and the choices that led to his death, and that you can come to some sort of peace. But at this moment, in this church, the peace that we should be seeking is for Duke, whose bright future is tragically ended, leaving us with a hole in our hearts. As time goes on, I'm sure we will be distracted enough to forget about it for just a while. But it will always be there. That empty spot in our hearts. Young man, thank you for all the joy that you've brought to everybody here. And now I'd like all of us to take a moment to pray for his everlasting soul. Thank you all.
Would you like me to take you back to the hospital now?
Yes, let's go.
What time is it? Oh, that's right. It's the 11th hour. And of all the 11th hour maneuvers, this has got to be right up there with the best of them.
This isn't some trick to buy Todd time. This is the truth. I mean, you still care about the truth, don't you? Or can you live with executing an innocent man?
He's guilty. Manny was the last person to see Margaret alive. She was dead before she was dumped into the lake. You read the autopsy report. Dr. Truman testified about it at the trial.
Yes, exactly. Spencer Truman. He's the one that's been setting Todd up from the beginning. Okay, he had access to the morgue. He manipulated the autopsy results along with Dr. Paige Miller, his ex-wife and chief of staff, who, by the way, has a history of covering up medical negligence. That incident, surprisingly enough, happened when she was married to Dr. Truman.
Why would Paige Miller want to help her ex-husband with something like this?
Blackmail.
Oh, blackmail. Yes. Blackmail. Okay. All right, so let's just say, hypothetically, Dr. Truman had the means. What would be his motive?
Have you seen Blair Kramer? She has a certain effect on men. Spencer wanted Todd out of the way.
Who doesn't want Todd out of the way?
Look, Spencer got to that lake somehow, Hugh. He got there and he killed Margaret, probably with some drug that couldn't be detected unless you were looking for it.
And that's it then.
It all makes sense. Margaret lied about being an excellent swimmer. She lured Todd out into that lake.
Right, it's that simple. Well, then I'll just have the warden let him out this afternoon.
This isn't a joke.
You're right.
Hugh,
You're right.
A man's life is on the line.
You're right. I'm sorry. But you do have proof to back all this up, don't you?
Answer's 4. Second one's gonna be a little tough. It's a binomial formula. Yeah. 15. The answer's 15.
Sure? How'd you know that?
Well, I didn't learn in a bar.
No, I just didn't know you knew a lot about math.
See? There's a lot we can still learn about each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, we figured out the first two problems, but it still doesn't tell us where Margaret is.
No, it hasn't. So what do we know so far?
Just that she keeps going back to the same problems in here.
Okay, so it's got to mean something, right?
Yeah, 4 and 15.
Right, so what is it? Maybe a building number, an intersection?
That could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Anything. Bangkok.
Someone said something about the internet being down because of the monsoon, so that means we can't use a computer.
Hey. Let me do that.
What?
On your shoulders.
Okay, that's enough. Let's get back to work. What?
You know, you told me that when you finally came face to face with your father's killer, that you didn't know what you were going to do. I guess I just thought that I got through to you. But it looks like you've already made up your mind.
Have I?
You told me that you're planning to kill him. And that you're going to.
Yeah, I was close. I was going to make him pay for the life he took.
Was it just any life?
No, it wasn't.
Fate intervened?
I don't know if it was fate. There's a lot of stuff going on in my head. You even had something to do with it.
I wasn't even there.
No, but I kept hearing your voice, you know. I heard you saying that you thought I'd do the right thing, that I'd make the right choice when the time came.
You didn't disappoint me.
Vickers doesn't need to know that I changed my mind. What?
The equation.
The equation, what?
The numbers, the exponents. It's I keep trying to think of why she kept using the variable W. You know, most people, they use X, Y, Z, maybe A or B, but not W. Why? Why W? It's got to mean something.
I think I know how to find her.